or effects tool when it comes to artwork. So when you have your pencil and paper ready, let us do some practice. I think that an ideal shape to explore here would be a cylindrical shape. So a cylinder is a fairly easy shape to put down. Now the idea is not to get it very accurate, but if you have it accurate more or less along something along this line, you should be able to work with it. Now artists have different ways of doing this, but what I would recommend if you're doing crosshatch, which is basically a set of intersecting lines to create an effect or a shadow, we draw something that runs along the shape. Now in this cylinder, I will tell you in a moment what is being explored here. So let's make that a little darker so that you can see this. So I haven't smudged anything. I'm basically just running the lines top to bottom along the shape, and I'm going to next. So all that I've done is run lines top to bottom, either this way or that way. And what I've done is I have lessened the pressure going toward that end. So it's somewhat we are trying to show that the light is coming in from this end. Now we will make this a little darker again. So just lines on top of the other ones. Now this is essentially best with a pencil if you're practicing for now for some additional shade or effect. Sometimes artists will also, and hence the name crosshatch, will choose to do a pair of lines going this way. Now only lines. So the lines essentially have to run along the shape of the object. So not straight here in this case, not straight lines this way, because since it is a cylindrical shape, and then as per your choice, some more lines going top to bottom. Now these are very light strokes that I've used, and yet it has amounted to something like this. So this way, trying to keep in sync the strokes according to the shape, and that way as well. Now you could try this with a pen as well. A pen is essentially a more popular crosshatch tool. So it is the same idea. I'm going to try to run some lines top to bottom. And then I will concentrate the lines around this area. When you're exploring, you do not necessarily have to run each line top to bottom. You could also, well, it is top to bottom or bottom to top, but you could also like draw smaller strokes, but they have to run along this shape. So in this case, we are trying the vertical lines first. And then I am concentrating some more lines right there. So now, of course, I can refine this as much as I want. This is very, very rough, and this is essentially just to practice. But here is the alternate flow of lines, and again we have to keep in mind that they have to run along in this case now, the horizontally placed object. Also run them this way. So if you, again, now you could work on it as much as you want, bit by bit, add some more lines here, concentrate a little bit more there, and then eventually ease out as you are going toward the end of the cylinder. Perhaps add some thin strokes here. So when you're working with mixed media, so I will now also see that once you have all the crosshatch laid down, now you could work on this more easily and just fill out these spaces for your desired effect. And with the pen, of course, since it is the media is more open and you have more choice, you could use a marker in there, or and then vary the strokes accordingly to achieve that effect. So we went from crosshatch to completely shading the shape, but crosshatch was the method that we used to lay down that foundation for that shade. I hope this has been of some help. With practice, you will see that it will get easier. Thank you very much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe. Have yourself a wonderful day.